Hello, my name is Marie. Welcome to my channel, Philosophical Dark Web. Today I'm going to show you the contents and illustration of 12 Rules for Life, an antidote to chaos. Before we begin, I would like to give a quick note that this book came in the right time and right moment in my life when I was having a difficult time dealing with my situation and my problems. So this is very timely for me, and it really helped me. I mean, not the entire book, but it's one of the books that helped me because I was also reading other books aside from this. And I'm also watching Jordan Peterson's YouTube videos. So it's like a combination of everything. This book, his videos, and also the other psychological books that I was reading helped me in my difficult times. Because of that, I would like to share with you the contents and illustration inside the book 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. Okay, so let us start with the cover. Over 1 million copies sold, Jordan B. Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, the most influential public intellectual in the Western world right now by New York Times. Yes, I made it really quick. So we can proceed. Okay. This is the table of contents. Foreword by Norman Doidge. And then these are the 12 rules. And we will go over the 12 rules inside. Okay. Rule number 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back. So the illustration is, the scene is in the fish market. There's a boy, looks like he's teasing the girl, and the girl is looking at the lobster. Wow, that's a giant lobster. Lobsters and territory. Oh, that's why. Okay, now I get it. So I'm gonna read you the first few lines. Lobsters and territory. If you are like most people, you don't often think about lobsters unless you're eating one. However, these interesting and delicious crustaceans are very much more worth considering. Their nervous system are comparatively simple, with large, easy observable neurons, the magic cells of the brain. Because of this, scientists have been able to map the neural circuitry of lobsters very accurately. This has helped us understand the structure and function of the brain and behavior of more complex animals, including human beings. Lobsters have more in common with you than you might think, particularly when you are feeling crabby. Haha. Okay, so that's the first paragraph of rule number 1. Okay, rule number 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Okay, I love the illustration. It looks like a girl looking through a glass, and in the glass you can see the people. They're like famished or undernurtured, and there is a guy, a male. His body is almost skeleton-like, and he's holding a time. Oh, okay. And there's crosses too. No, there's crosses. Crucifix. So what is the metaphysical interpretation of this? I don't know yet. We will know. You will know, or we will know. Oh, there's an iguana. Oh no, it's a bird. Rule number 3, make friends with people who want the best for you. Okay, there's this kid, he's looking at the big statue. Okay, I know this is a Greek statue, but I don't remember who he is. But I saw it somewhere. Okay. But this is true. I already let go of my friends that no longer serve me or who are not in the same mission, life journey as I am, because they're pulling me down. But you know what? No regrets, and I also enjoy the time that we spent together. But we're going in separate ways now, so that's good. Make friends with people who wants the best for you. Get out of the toxic relationship. Rule number 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Let's read the paragraph. Okay, the illustration is there are 2 children reading the common law. Here, the common law of England was established on this continent with the arrival of the first settlers, May 13, 1607. Okay, let's read one paragraph. Actually, it's not okay. Recently, I watched a 3-year-old boy trail his mother and father slowly through a crowded airport. He was screaming violently at 5-second intervals. And more important, he was doing it voluntarily. He wasn't at the end of his tether. As a parent, I could tell from the tone he was irritating his parents and hundreds of other people to gain attention. Maybe he needed something, but that was no way to get it. And his parents should have let him know that. You might object that perhaps they were worn out and jet-lagged after a long trip. But 30 seconds of carefully directed problem solving would have brought the shameful episode to a halt. More thoughtful parents would not have let someone they truly cared for become the object of a crowd's contempt. Very practical. Okay. Rule number 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Very nice. I believe that. In my age, I already understand the meaning of that. Get while the getting's good. Okay. So this is the illustration. It looks like the Pieta, the mother and child, Virgin Mary holding Jesus after he died on the cross. And there's 2 children looking at the statue. Let's read this first paragraph. Get while the getting's good. Life is suffering, that's clear. There is no more basic, irrefutable truth. It's basically what God tells Adam and Eve immediately before he kicks them out of paradise. Interesting. So let's proceed to rule number 8. Rule 8. Tell the truth or at least do not lie. Illustration. Okay. Wow. It looks like a whimsical. There's Queen reading the book, Queen playing with a child. This queen looks like he's playing with the sand. So these 2 children are looking at this. This looks like a painting that they're looking at. So let's read a few lines. Truth in No Man's Land. I trained to become a clinical psychologist at McGill University in Montreal. While doing so, I sometimes met my classmates on the grounds of Montreal's Douglas Hospital, where we had our first direct experience with the mentally ill. The Douglas occupies acres of land and dozens of buildings. Many are connected by underground tunnels to protect workers and patients from interminable Montreal winters. Okay? Let's go to rule number 9. Rule number 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Yes, I applied this to myself. And it worked. Let's look at the illustration. So, this boy is telling something to this other boy, but he's not listening. Look, he's shoving his hand, covering his eyes, or holding his forehead. And look at the background. It's Plato, the Republic. It's cool. Okay, I'm gonna read the first paragraph. Not advice. Psychotherapy is not advice. Advice is what you get when the persons you're talking with about something horrible and complicated wishes you just shut up and go away. Advice is what you get when the person you're talking to wants to revel in the superiority of his or her own intelligence. If you weren't so stupid after all, you wouldn't have your stupid problems. Interesting, huh? Oh, the businessman. Okay. Rule number 10. Be precise in your speech. What is my laptop? Obsolete. Okay. So, this is a famous painting. Okay. Is this the businessman? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the first time I saw this painting is when I saw the movie The Thomas Crown Affair. But to be honest, I do not know the exact name of this painting. But these two children are looking at this painting. Okay. Rule number 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Nice! So this boy is holding a skateboard, smiling. Very nice. Danger and mastery. Let's read a few lines. There was a time when kids skateboarded on the west side of Sydney Smith Hall at the University of Toronto, where I work. Sometimes I stood there and watched them. There are rough wall, shallow concrete steps leading up from the street to the front entrance, accompanied by tubular iron handrails, about 2.5 inches in diameter and 20 feet long. Okay. It looks like you have to read more to get the gist. Okay, the last rule. Rule number 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. So there's this girl hugging his dog, not a cat, wearing a shades. So this is the back with a picture of Jordan Peterson looking up like Obama. Okay, Jordan B. Peterson has taught mythology to lawyers. Oh, wow, he taught mythology? Interesting. So it's like a Joseph Campbell, Carl Jung too, and Marie-Louise von Franz.
Ordered a bookplate, came to the mail, join me for the opening of the mail, for the bookplate.
For my next videos, I'm going to show the contents and illustration of these books. The Mystery of the Cunyon Show by Edward F. Edinger, Alchemical Image of Individuation. This is interesting. I love this book. It's a lot of illustration. Those are the alchemical symbols. Alchemy by Marie-Louise von Franz. An introduction to the symbolism and the psychology. I love this book. I'm going to give you a quick peek. Okay, so you saw the alchemical symbols. I'm going to show you too The Passion of the Western Mind by Richard Tarnas. I love Richard Tarnas. I watched his lecture, and also this is the book we use in my studies. I'm taking up a master's degree in psychology, and this is one of the book that we use in our elective in philosophy. Of course, Anatomy of the Psyche by Edward F. Edinger. Alchemical Symbolism in Psychotherapy. Oh, see, the cover already is giving you this The Alchemist. Okay, so let's give you a quick peek. Nice. Okay, so we will go a little, less academic, because most of these books that I showed earlier are the books I use in my course, in my master's. So this one, pleasure reading The Secret History of the World by Mark Booth. It's a bestseller by New York Times. Okay. Joseph Campbell, Myths to Live By. Manly P. Hall, The Ways of the Lonely Ones. Because I like mythology and symbolism and alchemy, I also have this for pleasure reading. The Secret Language of Symbols. Oh, this book is so rich in graphics. You're gonna love this book. Okay, so well, if you like this type of thing, you like looking what's inside the book that you haven't read yet, or if you read it and you want to see it again on the video, so please subscribe to my channel, please click that notification bell, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.